Then we start to release the printer. First, we must put the printer on the stand. This is the stand from Focus team, from Focus company. And if you not bought the paper sander, we will not have this stand. This is the optional purchase. If you want this stand from Focus, you need to buy from Focus team, or you can put the printer on the desk, a strong desk. Any desk or stand that you already released, then you put the printer on the top of the stand like this. After that, we need to lock. We lock the. This is for release, and for this position, anti-clockwise position is for tighten. We tighten the lagger, the wear, without shaking. Then the leg is fixed. The printer will not shaking. And also we must be sure the four wheels of the printer must be installed wheel, water lever, and without shaking, fasten wheel and water lever. So the first step, we need to release the printer and lock the wheels for each position. We have 4 pieces of the lock, 2 at the front and 2 at back side. Okay, now we start to install the printer. Before we power on the machine printer, we must remove the foam here, because we must put the foam here to protect the carriage before we deliver the machine. So once you get the machine, you need to take out the foam here. So the first step, remove here. And then we need to open the cover, the top carriage cover. We find out the screw here. And also top screw. And the front screw here. Okay. And if your machine configured with 2 print heads, you will have this part and this part together. But if your printer only have 1 print head configuration, then you only have this part, and this part we don't have. Then we can open the top cover. We can see this the second print head here. And then we open the second part. We must open the screw at top. Remove all the screw. Also 2 screws at front. After we remove all the screw, then we can take out the cover. Then from here we can see we have some spare parts here. Okay, when we open the package, open the cover of the print head, then we can see they have 2 print heads. This is the whole electronic system for the printer. So first we can see 2 print heads. The first print head, the right print head, and the left print head. And this is the print board for the first print head, and the print board for the second print head. And this is the power supply stable device for the printer. And also we can see the tuber, and also each tuber we have the switch here, and each tuber we have the label mark, the label, the color label. Y means yellow, KCMY for each. And once we got machine, we must open it. Before delivery, it's closed like this. So once we got machine, we must open it. We open the switch. Open the switch for each. We must double check all the tuber is open. The cable is open. The tuber is open. The first printer head and the second printer head. The two printer head we must be sure is open the switch for each. And also the color label magenta, yellow, and cyan black. KCMY. This is the 4 ink tuber for the print head. And also at the top here is the switch here. And this we must close. Be sure it's without leaking air. We must close it. It have 4 switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 switch for each channel. We must close it. Also for the first print the same. The switch here we must close. Be sure it's without leaking air. All must be closed. So close the air and open the tuber. And also this is the air tuber, the air cleaning tube for the print head. The first print head and the second print head. And be sure all the air tuber without bending. If it is bending like this, it's wrong. We must be sure all the tuber without bending. This air tuber. It have 2 tuber connected with 1 print head. The first air tuber, the second air tuber here. So 2 tubers connect with 1 print head. Also the first print head same. The first air tuber, the second air tuber to connect with the first print head, and then connect to the pump, and the pump connect to head, and these ones we keep empty without connection. And here is the instant cable. Instant cable connect to the computer. Okay, so this is the explanation for the print head. After that, we need to open the cap station at the bottom of the printer before delivery. We can see here we have 远点，远一点。它两个头。We can see the bottom we have the cap station to protect the printer head without scratch and for keep weight. So before delivery, we already installed the caps for each print head. This is the caps for the second print head, and inside there's another caps. This is the caps for the first print head. So before we power on the machine, we need to remove it. So we go to the top. We can see there's a clips here. Okay, then we go to the top of the print head. We can see here, go to this position. We can see here, it's a lock here. Then we go to the top of the print head. We can find that there's a lock here. The metal piece, the plastic pieces. We find out the tools. We go to the front package. We find out the tools like this, and then we connect with the lock, and we push it out and push it down. And also we go to another side. We find the lock. Then the same lock here. And then we push out. Then we can take out then we go to the button. Then we can take out the caps. And we push to this position, push it down, and then we move out. So we can move out the caps for the print head. So this is the caps for the print head. So please remember, pay attention to that. We must remove the caps before we power on the printer. And we do the same procedure to install the caps for the first print head. So here we can see there's a lock here. It's more easy to see. There's a lock. Then we push it to the front. And another side, we pull out. Another side, we pull out. Then we can take out the caps for the first print head. So this is the procedure to take out the caps. Okay, after we fill the ink to the ink tank, then we need to open the switch for each tuber. We push down and we pull out to open the switch for each ink tuber. Because before delivery, the switch is closed for protect the ink without leaking. So once you got the machine, you need to open it. Open all the switch for each tuber. Keep the switch open. For KCMY, for each print head, we have for this machine we have 2 print head. Then we have 8 switch for each, 4 switch for each print head. 1 KCMY for the first print head, and here also KCMY for another print head. We must open it. So the 8 ink tuber, we must open it to be sure it is not closed. So all the switch we must open. All the switch we must open. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the second print head, open it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th switch for the first print head must keep open like this. So this is the procedure after we fill the ink and before print. Okay, after we release the machine and also already fill the ink to the printer, then we can start to power on the machine. So one more thing before we power on the machine, first we must be sure the ink tuber switch is open and we already fill enough ink to the ink tank. And also remove the foam here. And also we remove everything from the table, from the conveyor. Then we start to power on the machine. Also we connect the power cable to the printer. Before we connect the power cable to the printer, you must be sure your printer is 220 voltage or 110 voltage. So please connect with the correct voltage. Otherwise, it will short your printer. We will make the printer not working. So once we connect the right power to the printer, then we can start to power on the machine. First, we push down the boot button here. And also before we power on, we must power on the general power at the back side. Here is the general power switch. We need to open it. This is the 1Q connection. We connect the 1Q connection, and we connect the power cable, and we open the general power switch here. Then we go back to the control panel. Then we start to power on the machine. Then waiting for several seconds. The screen is powered on and show Focus Cobra-691s. That to package printer. Then we click language by English. Then we press enter. So here we can see the interface. They have some function here. First is the start. When we click start, then all the functions open. This for stop, and this for pause. And this is for Y conveyor control, to control the Y conveyor speed. This is the Y conveyor. The Y conveyor speed for this. And also we can click start, the Y conveyor, or stop. Let me show you one by one. First, we choose the speed by, for example, 80%, and we click start. So this is the control panel for the printer. So first, this is the start button. When we click start, then all the functions open. And when we stop, then all the functions close. And here is for Y conveyor control. This is for control the speed of the Y conveyor. For this is the Y conveyor, the belt. For example, right now we put the speed. We set the speed by 8%. We can click here. We set the speed, for example, by 80%, and then we click start. But now see it's not working. It's not moved. So this we need to open it. The general power switch, the emergency button switch, we need to open it. And then the conveyor is working. It's moving to front. So this, when we click stop, then the conveyor stop motion. And click start, it's working. So start and stop. So this is for Y conveyor control. And here is for Z gap control. The Z gap control is for control the thickness, the up down thickness between the printing head and the material. So for example, right now we move up, we can see the print carriage moving up, and we click move down, we can see here the carriage moving down. And here's for 1Q control, and we can click start. The volume cannot be changed, keep 100% as default. And we click start. And before we control the 1Q, we need to connect the 1Q. Here we must connect wire, and we adjust the speed of the 1Q. And we keep all the tube is open. Like this will open. Open the tube here. And then we go back to this touch screen. Then we can click stop. This is for stop. We click start, the 1Q is working. And I click stop to power off the 1Q. So this is the 1Q control.